everyone, Lori Fagan here, Fagan Designs, in my polymer clay studio tonight, and I've got some new tech. I have a new plug-and-play lavalier mic that I'm trying out, and in addition to that I have this phone holder that's on kind of a tripod swingable arm, and I'm going to try to see if that's going to work for showing you my polymer clay surface. Work surface, that is. And I have my filter on as well, so that's the beauty about TikTok. I have an assemblage and I have another polymer clay piece I'd like to show you. The assemblage is one I've just started to lay out, and then the polymer clay piece is one I would like your comments and thoughts on as to kind of what it needs. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay, hopefully we are mostly on the work surface here, and I have this assemblage piece that will go on this board eventually, but all these fun jewelry items, this was an old Christmas decoration actually. These are just kind of discarded jewelry pieces with some crystals missing. Here's another one that has, you know, some pieces missing, so I'll probably take those out and fill in here. Then I have some gold beads that I'll also fill in, a couple different sizes of gold beads. But what will pull this all together will be apoxie sculpt, and this is a fun product to work with. That's a two-part clay resin basically. So there's a part A and a part B, and you mix them together equal parts, and it forms a clay, and then that becomes the surface, and then I press these things into that, and it just holds everything really tight, and it makes a great background. It comes in black and white and gray and different colors too. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this. Then I'm going to show you my polymer clay piece. Okay, I have carefully set that aside, and here is a polymer clay piece that I started working on about a week or so ago. I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing in a shot at once, and it's not going to be even because the base of this tripod is right in the way. But hopefully you can tell that it's a covered bridge. And I'm from the great Midwest in the state of Iowa, where they have a lot of covered bridges. If you remember the Bridges of Madison County book and subsequent movie with Meryl Streep. That is in a nearby town, Winterset, and I am from the little town of Earlham. So in addition to the covered bridge here, I've got a state of Arizona shape with a little tiny crystal for where Earlham is. I've got the state flower, which is the wild rose. Got a little fall tree there. And down here is a little tiny cardinal sitting on the fence of the bridge. So here are some reference photos that I used for this piece. The middle one has kind of got some fall colors, and I'm going back to Iowa in October for, in fact, the Madison County Covered Bridge Festival, which is always the second full weekend in October. And I haven't been to the festival for ages and ages, so I thought I would go then. While I'm there, I'm going to have a book signing at J.K. Books and Gifts in Earlham, which is where I'm from. And they carry my crime fiction mystery books, which is fabulous. Thank you, Judith, and everybody there. And I will finish this and have this for sale there also on a board. So it'll be a wall hanging. I've just sent them a little votive candle that had a bridge on it and the cardinal and things, but it was a little more difficult to do it on a curved surface. So what do you think about this? One of my issues is that this this tree, this fall tree. I love the colors and everything, but it looks like it's just kind of sitting there and there's no, branches, or there's no trunk of that tree. We've got some water, running down. Got some little rocks over here and some kind of fall, grasses and stuff that are not totally green anymore, but starting to brown up a little bit. I was kind of surprised it looks better on camera than in person, but kind of distressed this little bridge a little bit. I kind of like the way that turned out. I think it looks like wood. And this is supposed to be the inside of the bridge, and I'm wondering if it needs to be darker. I don't know if that is too light brown. What do you think? Is there something I should do with this tree to get some kind of a trunk in there, or is it okay? Does it look like you get the idea that it's supposed to be a fall tree there? So this is something that I will bake once I'm mostly done with it, and then I will put this whole thing probably on another base of either polymer or epoxy sculpt clay, probably epoxy sculpt, and then it will be on this an 8x8 board like the other assemblage is, and with a wire hanging, and I will probably paint the board some color and have that be attached. This will be attached to the 8x8 board that goes around that. I'll show you in another assemblage that I recently finished. Let me move this aside here. So here's another one that I did recently with, this is with the epoxy sculpt on the bottom, and I just happened to use a kind of a brownish color there, but you just lay out the epoxy sculpt and then you can impress almost anything in it and it sticks really well. So this is a variety of things. This is a glass piece I got in a gallery a long time ago. These are some actual shells. There's a sand dollar under here that was a whole sand dollar and then it broke, so I had to kind of repair it with another shell on top. This is also epoxy sculpt here with sand pressed into it. This is a polymer clay brain cane I made. These pieces, kind of some under the sea type things, or that's polymer, this is polymer clay, that's polymer clay. There's some actual shells here too. And then I've got some little pieces of glass in there. Let's see if you can see that glass kind of shine. Yeah, you can see that kind of shimmer. Just little glass frit, little broken up pieces of, actually not glass, I should say mirror. Those are little pieces of mirror broken up. Then I've used some powders and things inside here to kind of give it some dimension and a little color as well. Another big shell there. So I'm enjoying doing these assemblages, and it's something that my friend Christy Friesen does a lot of as well. So this is just something that I thought I would try and see how it goes, and then finish up this covered bridge and hopefully take it back to Iowa when I go in the fall. So I hope you guys are having a good evening and that you make it a creative day. Bye for now.